Haven't made one of these in a while. I'm going to be making a promotional video. Forgot basically everything to do with video. So a few weeks ago, at the end of September, I joined a Overseas Vietnamese community. I was on there just posting away, introducing myself, and the founder approached me and said, hey, do you want to make a promotional video together? So I was like, why not? We're going to be working together and making a promo video. So this is really the behind the scenes of how we did that. Looking back at the messages, we just had some really quick exchanges and we immediately set up a call. But when he immediately approached me with this idea, I was thinking of a more sort of masterclass-esque video, really high quality, different angles, really well lit, and a little bit more sort of dark and contrasty. But of course, these videos would have to be filmed more professionally and you will have to have multiple cameras, so that wasn't really gonna work. What we did do is immediately start a working doc. The founder wanted to show the Vietnamese diaspora and all the places they're from, all the languages they speak, all the communities they're part of, all the types of jobs we do, and just how many of us are there. Within our working doc, we quickly outlined some questions we wanted to ask them. Then I had to give some guidance in terms of how to set up video and what's some good hygiene when recording yourself on camera. Things like make sure you're in the shot and you have some room above your head, the rule of thirds, a gridded sort of layout of 9 boxes, and then the use of lighting and how it could be easy just set up right next to natural light, which I'm doing right now. I also gave tips around the background, how it should be neutral, what you're wearing should also be neutral. Exhibit A, the room should be relatively quiet. You want to make sure there's no sort of background noise. I don't even know if you guys can hear the air conditioning, but it's really loud. You want to sit close to your camera. Really depends how wide the lens is, of course. Don't use your headphones because you wouldn't really see someone on the masterclass advert wearing headphones, although the audio would be better. So, of course, talking to the camera, lots of ums and ers and ahs, which we will cut out, but that's okay. But really try to warm up with your first take, second take, third take. You get more comfortable answering these questions over time. I mean, I do it all the time. I always fuck up. And that was it. Our goal was to get 10 or so videos. And this was at the end of September, as I told you. So it's now the middle of November. That gave us more time to get more submissions. And it turns out we've got over 30 submissions. I'm gonna have to review all these videos and try and make something cool, something that's not cheesy, that's short, snappy. I'm still looking to masterclass for inspiration because I believe their adverts are really, really good. So I think I've downloaded all the assets. Let's just pick on someone. Oh, someone's outside.
Hello everyone, my name is Nga and I live in the heart of Germany. And I currently work for a German giant IT company as an IT consultant.
She's a good speaker, but she's outside. It's very muffly.
Hello, my name is Quỳnh Anh, and at work or in a daily life, people also call me Annie. I was born and raised.
Pretty good. I mean, quiet. Probably the camera should be pointed down a little bit.
Hi, I'm Minh. I was born and raised in Vũng Tàu, but now I'm living in Paju City of South Korea.
That one was perfect because the background was neutral. He was wearing black, the background was white. He stood out really nicely. It was lit really well. Yeah, Minh fan from South Korea. Well done, man. Oh, someone shot in horizontal. Oh no. Okay, so number 2 submission. Oh, nearly missed a girl. Missed a girl. That was my rendition of Kissed a Girl. Actually, I should probably record my own version, right? Hello. Yep, it's recording. All right, and cut. All right, so first I think I'm gonna find some music and then I'm gonna import all those videos into the timeline. We can't feature everybody in it, right? That's impossible. To show off the different types of jobs that the Vietnamese diaspora have will be really interesting, and it shows that diversity. Yeah, we're lucky that we're born in a generation that we don't all work in restaurants or sell weed. That's what happens in London. I bet there'll be lots of names the same though. I mean, if I can animate, it'll also be cool. Yeah, I need some like Johnny Harris map shit, but I can't animate, so fuck it.
A few moments later.
I just spent the last couple of hours scrubbing through all the footage and I noticed three things. The first is that nobody can decide what their favorite food is. Everybody's answer is like,
I've got two favorites.
Oh gosh.
So many things.
A very difficult question.
This is probably so hard for me to answer, but...
All Vietnamese dishes.
All Vietnamese dishes.
I have a long list.
Practically everything.
So apparently we have a lot of people who just love to eat. Well, I think that's part of Vietnamese culture. It's such a culture based around food. You don't go out binge drinking. If you do it with food or binge eating. Family style. The second thing is having a lot of people submit their videos. They do it in lots of different ways, even if you give them instructions. Some people send you 4 clips, so each question, which makes it easier for me to organize. Others will cut their own clips. They do some editing on their phone or whatever and stitch them together. And then of course, just a freestyle with some quite funny outtakes actually.
To me, being a
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was really good. So how I've organized my file is really simple. Based on the question, I just cut it and using titles, just sort of reorg it so I know all the answers to that question lives in this section. I haven't figured out a better way to do this, but this is just how my head works. The shape or the picture of how this story is going to come together is getting clearer. We do have a lot of similar answers, so it'll be interesting to see how that merges together. Is it a repeat? Do I sprinkle them in like different places? Kind of want it to be a little bit random to showcase all the faces. So also we want to keep this video relatively short. So maybe eventually there will be a long version, but I really don't know if I'm going to do that. Also, I was picking some music and there was a couple of options that I chose, sort of like inspirational or percussion based, so it's very choppy and very fast. Need to decide that relatively soon, because now I have all the clips, now we just need a narrative. Cool.
346 minutes later.
So it's like 1 AM and I'm having so much fun editing the food section of these clips. It's so funny the way people talk about food. I don't know, the expressions are just so much more real. They almost forget that there's a camera in front of them. So it's really good, and the noises they make and the enthusiasm in what they say, it's amazing.
Anything with fish sauce, I really like it.
One eternity later.
Finished, finally. It's now January. This project is 4 months in the making. God damn it, what have I been doing? After months, I finally finished this project. Not that it was incredibly difficult, just that there was so much going on. The original plan was make one emotional video. However, I decided to split it into 4 different videos. One about where we're based as Overseas Vietnamese. 2, our profession as Overseas Vietnamese.
What are you currently doing for work?
3, about our favorite foods as Overseas Vietnamese.
Tell us your favorite Vietnamese dish.
And the 4th is the emotional promo video that the founder originally asked for.
What does it mean to you to be an overseas Vietnamese?
Before I show you the video, let's just dive into some of the things that I did. Based on percussive instruments, I wanted to make the intro really, really snappy, show a lot of Vietnam, and just chop it in a way that it's exciting and dynamic. And throughout the video, you'll realize that I've collected a bunch of similar answers to give it some logical grouping.
Bún riêu.
Bún riêu.
Bún riêu. Rice paper rolls.
Gói cuốn. Gói cuốn.
Definitely has to be bún chả.
Bún chả.
Bún chả. Bún chả, it's just 100%. 100.
And hopefully end on a bit of a climax. Then the outro is the same as the intro, just with another layer of inspirational and climactic music. So, what is the result? I'm gonna let you guys decide if you like this or not. Check this out. Being overseas Vietnamese means belonging to a global community.
What does it mean to you to be an overseas Vietnamese?
To be strong, resilient, and adaptable.
Means being creative, modern yet traditional.
Pride tenacity, and courage.
To be an overseas Vietnamese means to be independent.
The freedom of choices. I can pick everything I like and leave behind everything judgmental.
That you have opportunity to inspire others in your unique way.
You have the ability to choose what's best from each culture.
To have the privilege to experience the best of both worlds.
To have the best of two worlds.
For me, being a bridge between two different cultures.
So you're not one or another, you're both.
I feel like it just gives me the opportunity to be like a global citizen. So I'm part of like a global community and I can make home anywhere I want to. I can find my people. If you look at it that way, it's actually pretty amazing because you grow up having the best of both worlds, and I'm excited to see more of it.
Being an overseas Vietnamese means to me growing up bilingual in a different country and different culture, but still knowing where my roots are and following the traditions and combining the best out of both worlds.
To me, it means having the best of both worlds, because I grew up with Vietnamese values, but I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to experience and learning so much about also different cultures.
And of course, for me, the most important is also to spread the Vietnamese culture around the world.
Being an overseas Vietnamese means that one day I will return to Vietnam for good. And my short trip to Vietnam not long ago really hit home to me that I really want to spend a lot more time living and working in Vietnam and contributing to the growth and the sustainable development of Vietnam.
To be an overseas Vietnamese means a lot to me. It means like I can learn new things, I can experience new culture, and I hope that with that knowledge, later I can do something for Vietnam, for our home country.
Being an overseas Vietnamese is a sense of responsibility, like meeting up with people from more developed country and see like how great they're doing, and you learn something, and then you go back to your country and do something great there to push it up, like make things better.
It's definitely being born to a very loving, strong and resilient family. My parents sacrificed a lot for me and my brother to be where we are today, so that we could do anything that we've ever wanted to do. We're super lucky and very grateful for that, and that's why I'm very lucky to call myself Vietnamese.
I am carrying the hope and trust of my Bà Nội. So in whatever I do, in my career, in my life, I wanted that I could proudly tell that to my Bà Nội, and she would be proud of what I have done or what I have become. That's my ultimate goal in life.
Having grown up, in an ecosystem that was so tight, that was so close to each other, so entrepreneurial, so creative, it really taught me how to be resilient.
For me, being overseas Vietnamese is all about culture. Mixing culture, showcasing culture, being proud of culture.
I guess to understand different mindsets, people from different backgrounds, but also to eat delicious and also international food.
Definitely always being helpful, always asking what can I do more for my community and those around me, whether it's just checking in on a friend or giving a professional advice. That's why I think we've established such strong Vietnamese communities overseas wherever we go, despite the fact that we're all so far away from home.
Tracing back to our roots. No matter where in the world I lived, I always loved Vietnamese food. I wouldn't hesitate to help out a fellow Vietnamese leader or entrepreneur, right? And to me, I think there's this special bond that connects all of us.
I think it's a lot about honoring the values of hard work that our parents taught us so much. And also maybe having pho with my friends on the weekends, and speaking Vietnamese, which is always a good moment.
Being an overseas Vietnamese means being to speak Vietnamese with another Vietnamese that I meet.
Being able to speak another language, living in, breathing in, working in a totally different culture with different people from different backgrounds.
Being an overseas Vietnamese abroad just really means to be able to be exposed to so many different cultures and to learn from others, to grow with others, and just to stay curious, to be honest.
I'm living in a place with different culture, language, social and political system. So it's like a continuous learning process with a lot of fun and memorable moments. And I also can prove that we Vietnamese can do a lot of good things and be successful in other countries.
Well, to me, being an overseas Vietnamese means carrying my culture and my heritage anywhere I go, whether that's at work or in the social setting or in different business environments. I am reminded that I am Vietnamese and that I am proud to represent our global diaspora.
Being an overseas Vietnamese means letting the world know what you are capable of, having a more global, a broader vision to not only to help us but also to help the people back in our community, and to remind ourselves where we stand in this world to improve ourselves.
We are blessed that we grew up in multiple worlds and with a variety of cultural influences. But that also entails that we have been an outsider everywhere in all of our life, right? We are so used to that. But that also means that we have developed a very strong cross-cultural intelligence. We have developed the precious ability to efficiently adapt and to quickly thrive in any new environment. So we know how to navigate this world in a three-dimensional, expanded view with a higher sensitivity towards other cultures and ways of living.
One Vietnamese phrase that really resonates with me is đi để trở về.
Being overseas Vietnamese means belonging to a global community.
What do you guys think? Was that good? Did you like it? Anyway, go check out the community Overseas Vietnamese in the link below. And that's it from me. Peace out.